Hello! Today we'll be talking about Drapion, the last Poison Dark type Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. If one considers Alolan Grimer and Alolan Muck the 88th and 89th Pokemon, Drapion is also the latest Poison Dark type Pokemon as of the filming of this. It's also the only evolution of Skorupi who evolves at level 40. Drapion's previous PYC dates are May 23rd, 1997, March 13th, 2000, January 2nd, 2003, October 23rd, 2005, August 13th, 2008, June 4th, 2011, March 25th, 2014, January 13th, 2017, November 4th, 2019, and August 25th, 2022. Before doing this project, I always thought that Drapion was an evolution of a Pokemon introduced in a previous generation, in this case Gen 2. Anyway, let's get in the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Drapion, the Ogre Scorpion Pokemon, whose number is 0452. This is what it looks like. Its type is Poison Dark. Abilities, Battle Armor or Sniper. Keen Eyes, its an ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breedings, Egg Group Bug and Water 3. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 4'3" or 1.3 meters. Weight is 135.6 pounds or 61.5 kilograms. Base experience yield is 204 in Gen 4 and 175 in 5+. Leveling rate is slow. EV yield is 2 in defense. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is purple. And base friendship is 70. Drapion is a dual type Poison Dark Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves from Skorupi starting at level 40. Biology, Drapion is a large purple scorpion-like Pokemon. Its eyes are a pointed shape with blue colored upper portions. Drapion has two small pointed protrusions between its eyes and one on the back of its head. Drapion also has protrusions on its jaws, 2 on the upper and 3 on the lower, with large fang-like white-colored features extending from its mouth. Its body is composed of many violet to lavender body segments, which end with a tail with 2 stingers. Drapion has 4 segmented legs with pointed toes. Its most distinguishing feature is its huge claws. It can turn its head 180 degrees. Drapion is a very aggressive Pokemon, attacking anything that enters its territory. It primarily lives in deserts and otherwise rocky environments. Drapion has a sturdy build and takes pride in its strength, being able to take down foes even without the use of its deadly toxin. Drapion has enough power to easily scrap a car, while its hard, armor-like skin can deflect sword strikes. Due to its vicious nature and brutish temperament, it's known as the Sand Demon, but is known to avoid fights with Hippowdon. Drapion tends to go on rampages and causes havoc on anything in its way. Evolution. Drapion evolves from Skorupi, so Skorupi, Drapion. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time, and Explorers of Darkness. Drapion is part of Team AWD, a team that pursues the challenges of Zero Isle. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. Team AWD are shown in the Team Charm special episode, being the major antagonists of the story. Pokedex entries, Gen 4 and Diamond. It has the power in its clawed eyes to make scraps of a car. The tips of its claws release poison. Pearl. Its body is encased in a sturdy shell. Its head rotates 180 degrees, eliminating blind spots. Platinum. Possessing a sturdy build, it takes pride in its strength, taking down foes without using toxins. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It attacks people and Pokemon that cross the desert. This has only furthered its bad reputation. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry, Black 2 and White 2. It takes pride in its strength. Even though it can tear foes apart, it finishes them off with powerful poison. In Gen 6, X is Black 2 and White 2's entry. Y is Diamond's entry. Omega Ruby is Black 2, White 2, and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Diamond and Y's entry. In Gen 8, Sword. Its poison is potent, but it rarely sees use. This Pokemon prefers to use physical force instead, going on rampages with its car-crushing strength. Shield. It's so vicious that it's called the Sand Demon. Yet when confronted by Hippowdon, Drapion keeps a low profile and will never pick a fight. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. Legends Arceus. It has a brutish, ferocious temperament. With immense strength and a sturdy shell of which swords will bounce, it rampages about and wreaks havoc. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items in Diamond Pearl, Platinum, X, Y, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sword, Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl has the Poison Barb 5% of the time. In Legends Arceus, for normal, it has the Black Tumblestone 35% of the time, Ball of Mud 15% of the time, and Grit items by level. Alpha, XP Candy M 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, and Grit items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, Space Stats, HP 70, Attack 90, Defense 110, Special Attack 60, Special Defense 75, Speed 95 for a total of 500. Pokeathlon Stats, Type effectiveness, damaged normally by normal, fighting, flying, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, electric, ice, dragon, and fairy. Weak to ground for double. immune to psychic, resistant to poison, ghost, grass, and dark, all for half. Notes: if Miracle Eye is used by an opponent, or this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Psychic-type moves is 2, so go from 0 to 2. Learn Step by leveling up. In Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl will go down to 40. 44 X-Scissor, 49 Acupressure, and 54 Crunch. In Legends Arceus, at 43 it learns Crunch and masters it at 54. By TM/TR we're skipping for both games. Same with by breeding. In both games. By tutoring in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. In the Sword and Shield expansion pass, you can get Lash Out and Skitter Smack. In Legends Arceus, you can get Aerial Ace, Aqua Tail, Bulldoze, Dark Pulse, False Swipe, Fire Fang, Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, Ice Fang, Iron Tail, Leech Life, Poison Jab, Rest, Rock Slide, Rock Smash, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Snarl, Thunder Fang, and X-Scissor. Nothing by Prior Evolution. By transfer from another generation, 4 through 7 Aerial Ace and Aqua Tail. 4 Captivate, that doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7 Confide. 5 and 6 Cut. 4 through 7 Double Team and Feint Attack doesn't work anymore. 4 through 6 Flash, that doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7 Frustration, that doesn't work anymore. 4 Fury Cutter and Headbutt. 4 through 7 Hidden Power, that doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7 Infestation. 4 Mud Slap and Natural Gift, that doesn't work anymore. 5 through 7 Poison Tail. 4 through 7 Pursuit, Return, and Roar. Pursuit and Return don't work anymore. 5 and 6 Rock Smash. 4 and 6 Secret Power, that doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6 Strength and Struggle Bug. 4 through 7 Swagger and Torment. And 5 through 7 Twin Needle. That doesn't work anymore. TCG only moves. Stomp on this card, Body Slam on this card. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Olmia, in the browser entry. It spits poison needles and a poisonous fluid. It also forms poisonous puddles to attack. Guardian Signs. It releases poison that make Pokemon tired. Got this. Evolution data, Skorupi, level 40, Drapion. Sprites here, so... a lot bigger, the arms. Oh, that's probably because they had to. The size of the sprites to make everything obvious, yeah. Red for the shiny, just like Skorupi's was. That's fun. Platinums, you get this. Sprite. Proportions don't really change that much, though, I don't think. In Gen 5, you get the full back sprites. In Gen 6, get these models. Pretty good adaptation. They're much lighter colors as well. In Gen 7, the pupils might change from a dot to a line. Interesting. Or maybe they add the like actual like white pupil part. I don't know, I guess. And then in Gen 8, Sword and Shield, you get the much better models. Legends Arceus, you get these models. They're cut off. That's interesting. Homes, you got these models. Animation, Drapion, and Pokemon Journeys the series. Pokedex entries in Diamond and Pearl, episode 20, in Ash's Pokedex. Drapion, the Ogre's Court Pokemon. Its claws give off a deadly poison, and they are powerful enough to turn an automobile into scrap iron. In Diamond and Pearl, episode 186, in Dawn's Pokedex. Drapion, the Ogre's Court Pokemon in the evolved form of Skorupi. With its sturdy body, Drapion takes pride in his strength, defeating opponents without the need for poison. In the manga, Drapion in Pokemon Adventures, with a Cricketune. Got all this. In the TCG. Trivia, I read this point and its sub-point in the Skorupi video. Origin, Drapion is likely based on a scorpion, and has some characteristics that resemble a Vinegaroon, a similar arachnid. Its Water 3 egg group designation may be a reference to the ancient group of arthropods known as sea scorpions that used to inhabit the oceans and may have been the ancestors of modern scorpions. Name origin, Drapion and Drapion may be a combination of dragon, drastic, referring to its violent nature, or Dracula, referring to its huge vampire-looking teeth, and scorpion. In the languages, related articles, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Drapion's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 486, Mutiny in the Bounty, where toward the beginning of the episode, a woman has asked to see Pikachu's moves. There's Drapion. And that is Drapion's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Drapion. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Drapion. So these first three images don't contain a Drapion. This is a ditto. So we'll start with this fourth one. This is Drapion by Ricky DeRigo. This is a nice image of a Drapion here. Yeah, very well done. Then we've got Team Rocket Team Reimagined Sinnoh by Yamons. So got Jessie, so they would have put a Vespiquen, Frostlass, and Chatot on her team, and James would have had the Carnivine, Mime Jr., and Drapion. Yeah, very well done. And we've got Skittles and Diablo by Bezo Buzz. So I did this one yesterday, but we can do it again. So Skittles has an almost always good attitude. He gets anxious when meeting new Pokemon and trying something new. Skittles always sticks close to Diablo. He's on the autism spectrum. Diablo is tough and always ready to battle. Despite that, he is pretty gentle around those he knows and cares for. Diablo has a special relationship with another Drapion named Orion. As far as he's aware, he isn't neurodivergent. These two are brothers. Diablo is the oldest and Skittles is the youngest. And we've got Endurance, IOB Chapter 6, 109 through 111 by P. Urpel Chug. So we did this one in the Skuntank video, but we can do it again. So it's comic, I'll zoom in. Nagrom, you are a good trainer and a good kid, and it's brought me more joy than you can imagine getting to be your trust parent and honorary uncle. Yes, sometimes you cross lines and overstep your boundaries, but you are not stupid, and you do not mess up. I am sincerely sorry for every pain I have caused you and for making you lose confidence in yourself. I know that I can't stop you, and that whatever is going to happen will happen, but please believe me, I will always, always do everything in my power to help you. Just please don't block my calls and messages this time. Okay, I guess, if you can stop calling me 30 times a day. Oh, okay, 29 it is then. And they start laughing. And this one comes home with a Zubat, and I think this is supposed to be a Quilava. Sitting next to this woman here has an Espeon and a Ladybug. Yeah, they're sort of sitting here quietly, just mourning the loss of their Skuntank and Drapion. Very well done. And we've got Pokemon Mega Blastoise and Drapion by Mark331. So this nice piece of art of a Mega Blastoise fighting a Drapion here in the rain. It's very well done. Then we've got Commission Nightfall at the Black Flame Tavern by Torchic Master. So we've got a bunch of Pokemon here. Got the Drapion here. Talking to a shiny Sylveon, I guess, or maybe it's just here. The chefs here seem to be Alakazam and Heatmore. Chandelure, Anthropomorphic, Luxray. Outside here, I guess, looking in, is Glaceon and Iron Hands. Shiny Meowstic, I think. And either Delphox or maybe Shiny Delphox here, I think. Yeah, very interesting art here. And we've got Drapion Commission by Autobot Tesla. It's nice, simple Drapion image. Very well done. Then we've got Galaf by Elf Coach. So we've got this Drapion and shiny Drapion here. Very well done. And this doesn't contain a Drapion, so move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I simply don't have time. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Krogunk. As always, this is my proper outfit and you'll see me tomorrow.